I feel like this male is younger than you, okay? Very, very close. I feel like we might be wired similarly. So we must either be blood, this must be your son, this must be like somebody who's like wired a lot like you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is that your son? Okay. So I just feel like with that passing, it just feels tragic. And I don't know if it just feels tragic because you lost your child and that is always going to be tragic, or literally it feels more whatever, however the death occurred, there feels like tragedy around it. Does that make sense? Like how it happened. But I also feel like we've been down that road, so we don't need to revisit that. Does it make sense? Like, and I feel like we've made peace on some level with that. There's also a sense of, I don't know what this is. I feel like I'm seeing an album cover. Do you know what that means?
He was a photographer for a lot of bands, and just recently I was told that a band had used one of his photos as an album.
Okay, cool. I just feel like he's still here.
They still use, a lot of bands still use this.
Okay, because I feel like my footsteps are still being, sprinkled around the world, and I also feel like you find him in a lot of different things. So what he tells me is like he's not a one-trick pony when it comes to leaving signs. You know what I mean? He's not going to be like, I'm a dime every time. No, he's like a lot of things. You know what I mean? He's like so many things that show up and surprise and delight you. There's something about like a pastry or I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know if it's a cinnamon roll or it feels pastry-like to me. Do you know what that is?
Cinnamon roll that I ate from Buc-ee's on the way up here. I came from San Antonio to Long Drive.
So we gotta take it.
Oh my
Buc-ee's. We gotta take it. Buc-ee's.
Oh my god.
I don't think he's ever been to a Buc-ee's, but the reason. The reason they'll bring through something because I think there was a couple of other people where they brought through things that just happened, but the reason that they do that is because they want to prove to you, I'm not going to know what you did or what you ate, but they want you to know, like, we're still around and we see what's still going on, and so we give you a reference of what just happened so that you know that we're still with you. And it happened I don't remember where over here, but I wanted to say, like, this is what, and it's also a lot of times that explanation point to the reading of pay attention to everything else we said. Do you understand that this is real? Because a lot of times people come with a sense of skepticism, and just, it's their way of like, we really want you to believe. But your son says you've also experienced heartache in other ways.
Yes.
And I do feel like you've experienced other passings, but he also makes me feel like you've experienced heartache in other ways also. And I don't feel like I need to go into that, but I feel like your son wants to acknowledge, like, my dad's kind of been through it.
Yes.
But he's also really proud of you because I feel like there have been some things that have happened that you have paid attention. You have, because consciously you've been trying. You've tried with everything that you've dealt with. And it has been conscious choices and decisions to see the good, be the good, know that not everybody out there is a POS, and keep on keeping on and do you, and to make sure that your main rule and goal is, I'm staying of integrity. I'm going to stay genuine, and I'm not going to let somebody make me step outside of myself. You know what I'm saying? You have been an angel in someone's ear so many times that when you do get to the other side, you're going to get to witness all of those seeds that you planted and all of those people that you helped. And not that it's not mattering to you now, but it is going to be a big wash of love that hits you like a tidal wave of letting that love reverberate back to you. But he says, I want you to let it start to reverberate now and not wait until you get to the other side. So allowing yourself to receive love in its highest form, and that being the magnet to draw those people into your circle, and to be very mindful about that, continuing to create that circle for yourself.